What's up? What's up? What's up? Good morning. It's almost afternoon. Ravine said, I like spring break really be. Baby, listen, I slept this morning. Yesterday, I slept until I could, I slept until I didn't wake up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Not Lord Jesus, not wake up, but until, I was like, I would get out this bed. Today, I did the same thing. I said, I'm going to give me some rest. I don't have nothing. That's why I didn't plan nothing spring break, so I can relax. So I'm up now to have breakfast, and I'm up. I thought I had an orthodontist appointment today. It's tomorrow, so I'm in the house today. Especially with my day that I'm having, I like to sending you positive vibes. What's up, everybody? Coming in. We're back to back. We're doing Belle Collective, and then we're going straight into Love and Marriage Huntsville. So we back to back. So let's get it. Let me say this. We're back at another episode of Carlos, Why Are You Playing in My Face? Can we just rename Belle Collective to Carlos, Why Are You Playing in My Face? So we pick up where we left off. We are at the Belle funeral, and we have carried them with this half-baked story about the men came to her and told her, through pillow talk, the men been talking, and it came to her about Mike allegedly having a child on the way. I guess he done cheated on Selena, and he got a baby on the way. Well, once we get to talking about the situation, come to find out, it's not a secret. It's not something where somebody is whispering and talking. It's literally a comment that was left on social media for everybody to read, that somebody left under a picture that said, Mike got a baby. Well, one of these men in the picture got a baby, and it ain't Cliff, and it ain't Lil Boosie this time. Why are all the Bells sitting here acting like, well, who said it? Why would they say it? Who said it? Oh, Marie said it, and then Marie said it to Cliff, and then Cliff said it to, and then my husband told me, and then, baby, a troll on the internet said it. And why are we repeating that? Like, a troll on the internet said it. So at that point, I was no longer interested in this storyline. I don't care nothing about it. It means nothing to me. Like, at first I was like, Carrie, you being real messy, but clearly this is some shit that production wanted her to bring up, and she done brought it up. And then I'll get to it later. With Latrice had a nerve to want to get an attitude about it. Girl, whatever. I'll get to that later. But at the end of the day, this was some bullshit. Your body's still on West Coast time, girl. I understand. You was out there for a minute. It take a minute for your, for your everything to work itself back. So I no longer care about the storyline about Mike and this alleged baby. And like somebody in the chat said, this was over a year ago. So either it's a baby or it's not at this point. But I just didn't like the fact that everybody was sitting there like, well, who said it? Where'd that rumor come from? Y'all know where the rumor came from. And everybody saw the same thing, that Carrie and her husband and Cliff, everybody saw the same information, including you, Selena. Why are you acting like you don't know nothing about this? Selena, girl, it was on Instagram. Everybody saw it. Moving right along. So then we get to Leticia and this focus group. Once again, why y'all pissing on my leg and tell me it's raining? Leticia was out scouting, like she was going to have a whole professional focus group where she was going to bring people in to sit down and go over and watch her the talk show and critique it, which is not a bad idea to do a focus group. However, this wasn't a focus group. Girl, you could have done this in your living room with a projector screen. Because it literally wasn't nobody there but the executive producer, one of your assistants, and the Bells. Girl, you didn't need to rent a space. You didn't have nobody from the community. You didn't have any. You didn't invite any folk. You didn't invite nobody. You could have went on Instagram, and said we're looking for some local people to come to a focus group. You know, hit up this. You know, email this place. You know, for the details. You could have had the people fill out a questionnaire. Hell, you could have done a Google Doc. Y'all know I'm good for a Google Doc. You could have done a Google Doc, send the people a Google Doc, giving them the basic information, and then say, okay, you know, we have 30 slots available, and we'll, you know, this is it. If you can make it, great. I mean, girl, you got 50 people on your team, and nobody could come up with 20 people for a focus group outside of. You got 50 people on your team. You showed us a team of 50 people, and nobody could help you put together a focus group. Girl, that's not a focus group, what you did. Why my part keep disappearing? It's a part right there. I don't know why my part keep disappearing. Anyway, it's just like, girl, like y'all keep playing with my intelligence, and I don't like it. Then she sits down and she's gonna have a conversation with with the executive producer there, and I guess this is her other assistant, basically telling him that she think it would be best for him to take a leave of absence. First of all, didn't you tell Glenn last week that you already told First you were putting him on a leave of absence? So either the dinner happened after this, or y'all can't keep up with y'all own storyline. Either the editing is fucked up and y'all showed us the dinner before we saw the conversation, or y'all can't keep up with y'all own dumbass storylines. Because you already told us that you put that man on leave of absence. Second of all, you FaceTime with this man. He looked like he's sitting in his backyard. He is drinking a cocktail. It looked like it might be of the alcoholic persuasion. He with his sunglasses on. And he did apologize. He said he apologized and he was wrong. And she said, well, I think it's best if we go on a leave of absence. He was like, yeah, I think you're right. He didn't try to convince you. He didn't say, well, how long? Well, what is that? You know, well, what about these types of projects we're working on? Who do I need to contact to give them the information you're going to need? How long do you think it'll be best if you think maybe me and Glenn need to have a conversation? Like, there was no conversation. It was just, all right, you're right. As he sips his drink out in his backyard. Like, he had on a jersey and his chain. I was like, what the fuck? It just made no sense to me. And then you said, well, Lonnie Love is going to come and give me some advice. First of all, that's great. I mean, that's great. Full stop. That's great that you were able to get someone who has experience in the industry, someone who's done a talk show, someone who knows what that looks like. That is a great thing. I feel like that should have been a one-on-one conversation. I don't know if I like the fact that she brought Lonnie on when the whole group was there, but it doesn't really matter. That Carlos was able to get right. I do think it was a great idea. I think that Lonnie, well, we'll get to the focus group, child. So anyway, there's that. So next, we're down at Taste. Cliff and Latrice are so uncomfortable to watch because I don't know about y'all, but I feel no chemistry between the two of them. I mean, no chemistry between the two of them. And she's talking to him about they're trying to change the menu again, and we finally. Oh no, this ain't the scene. I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. This is when Carrie comes by, and Carrie was like, I'm sorry that I put your husband. Like, why'd you put my husband in that story? Why you basically insinuating that Carrie lied on her husband? This is where the story gets convoluted for me, and this is where I'm confusion. So Carrie was saying that Cliff was the one that told her husband. And Latrice was like, "Why would you bring my husband into it? Because we ride for Selena and what's his name, whatever, Mike. We ride for Selena and Mike. And why would you put my husband in it and insinuate that my husband was spreading rumors or was saying something negative? Like, I didn't appreciate that." But then later on, when she talks to Cliff admits that he did say something to Carrie's husband about the rumor, but he didn't say it like, "Do you, man, look at this man." He said it more along the lines of, "Damn, they out here trying to get my man hemmed up." But it doesn't matter. He did have a conversation with Carrie's husband. But like I said, I don't care about none of this storyline because it's all stupid because y'all are talking about something as if it's a secret that everybody knows. So, right, Cliff wasn't being messy. I agree, he wasn't being messy. But this whole storyline is messy to me. And the reason why I say that is because, again, it looks like production said, "Carrie, bring this up." Because, first of all, it didn't even need to be brought up in the way in which it was brought up. It didn't even need to be brought up that way. You brought it up as if it was a whole secret that the men were gossiping about when it wasn't that. Again, I don't care about the storyline. And I'm trying to make myself, because this was a big conversation, but I just didn't understand why. This whole storyline lost me. I'm just being honest with you. This whole storyline lost me because I didn't understand this whole conversation. I understand that Cliff didn't say it in a messy way, but Carrie didn't say that it was messy. Carrie said the conversation was had. How confusion. Right. You know what, Quake? Thank you. This was a great opportunity where those two women could have been talking about restaurant business and what it like what's going on with you, girl. I'm getting ready to close my restaurant. This is what happened with me. Let's talk about it. You know what? What might be a good idea? This will be a whole new storyline. We might even forget about Fair Street. What if Carrie and Carlos, call me. I can write, since you're going to write storylines anyway, I'll give you some storylines. What if Carrie and Latrice teamed up with local Black restaurants in the area and created a conglomerate? It may be one that already exists down in that area. I don't know. But why not say, listen, after the experience that I just went through with this business and I couldn't save it, I've learned some things, and I know, some do's and some don'ts, and I would love to help other people, other women, other Black women. Yeah, Don, you still a mod? Right. And then that's how they could bring in Leticia with the damn brunches. I mean, there's a whole lot. Oh, YouTube unsubscribed. You see? Y'all check y'all subscriptions. YouTube be playing games. Damn, Don, you had to wait 5 minutes. That's crazy. Yeah, you still a mod, boo. And I didn't look, I didn't do a YouTube. Well, we had that glitch yesterday. Everybody check and make sure you still are subscribed to the people you think you're subscribed to, because there was that glitch. YouTube had that glitch yesterday that I told you, it showed that I had 0 subscribers on my main channel. I got scared when I saw it. I said, did they delete my channel? But yeah, so y'all make sure y'all are still subscribed to all the people that are on y'all list. Y'all I'm gonna have to do the same thing. Well, welcome back. Welcome back, Don. But you're like, that could be a whole storyline, and that could last for 2 or 3 seasons. If you had Latrice, Leticia, and Carrie linking up in, to create some sort of consortium about not just Black businesses and Black female, but specifically in the restaurant industry. There are conversations that can be had. I was unsubscribed to. See, look at that. Well, they unsubscribed Ebby one time, and Ebby is a mod too, and they unsubscribed her from my channel. I'm gonna have to double check because I haven't been getting notifications from certain people, and I need to go check and see if I'm still subscribed to them. Rope and Tamara were getting it on the radio. Right. You see, I don't understand why if if the few of us on here could come up with a whole storyline for these women, why production can't come up with it? Something better than listen, y'all. I get it. Mess sells. We know that mess sells. We got it. But we gotta give us something more than just the mess. Yes, we want the mess. Let's look at Married to Medicine. I talked about this yesterday when I did my review for Married to Medicine. Let's look at Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine gives us the mess, but we still get good content around Black professionals in Atlanta. We still get to see them do these international trips where they practice medicine on the people where they go. We still see them do outreach with like the Med Gala. And I know the Med Gala is recent, but we have always seen these things. Even with the mess going on, it has always been a layer there. They've always been able to come back when it comes around to working with the community. And even at the reunion where they had a whole conversation about how this current administration is affecting healthcare, especially as it disenfranchises Black and brown people from low income areas. Like, not even just low income areas. It could be all of us are affected. Like, give us the mess. Sure. We know that's what we want, but also give us something to sink our feet into. Thank you, Ravine. Ravine said, subscribed, a member, thought I was a member longer. Girl, you probably a member on both channels. Thank you, boo. Thank you for being a member, Latrice did a community service project. She's trying. Right. And I appreciate that they gave us that. Don't get me wrong. And I said that last week, that was a great thing. But I just feel like Carlos is so focused on the mess that, and he said he loves Married to Medicine. He said Married to Medicine is the best show on Bravo. Well, if it's the best show on Bravo, that's part of the reason why it's the best show on Bravo. That's part of the reason why. It's because, yes, they give us the mess, but they also give us something to sink our teeth into. But anyway. Because Carlos is only interested in stuff that tears down and not builds up. There's still mess around the challenges of being a business owner. Right. It's just... like this next scene. This next scene was a total missed opportunity. The next scene is Leticia and Tamara. Last week, I was with y'all when y'all kind of held Tamara's feet to the fire and said, hey, girl, you don't tell us nothing. You don't share nothing with us. You don't open up to us. We don't think you want to be here. Do you think this is where you want to be? And I was there with it because I said the same thing. I said, Tamara does not really bring any of her personal life to the table. She don't bring shit to the table, if I'm being honest. But you have a one-on-one with Tamara. You said this is the first time you and Tamara have had a one-on-one conversation since 2021. And instead of sitting down and trying to get to know Tamara and having a conversation with Tamara and saying, hey, girl, I heard what you said, that you don't trust me, and that's why you don't open up and you don't share. You heard what I felt, how I felt about you not bringing anything to the collective. I want this to be a clean slate. Let's just talk. How are you doing? How is your father? How's the baby? What challenges have you gone through? Is there anything I can do to support? I was a mom. I know that you and Damon are still together, but y'all not living together. Me, Glenn was away a lot. What is this support? Is this something we can do to support you? I know you have a strong village. Like, this is what that conversation could have been. But instead, here come messy ass Shantae, always carrying stale ass bones. She gonna show up, and Tamara is like, first of all, who is she and why she here? Who's this lady, Hoppo? Who this woman, Hoppo? Then y'all gonna bring up, well, word on the streets is that you and Damon aren't even together anymore. You got a whole nother boyfriend, and here's a picture of him. First of all, Even if her and Damon aren't together anymore, why is that a conversation piece? Again, y'all aren't friends. She don't talk to you. If her and Damon broke up, you would be the last person she would tell. So why is that a conversation piece? And then here comes Shantae talking about something. I sent a picture with y'all together. See, since when is a man and a woman out together a problem? Baby, Tamara laughed so hard. Tamara said, baby, that's a client from the radio station. I have known him for years. There's no there there. There's no there, love. And everybody looked stupid. Everybody looked stupid. It was like, it was so, I was like, this was a wasted opportunity. If you really, truly were interested and trying to get to know this woman and bring her in, making her feel comfortable coming into the collective, that wasn't the way to do it. Right. And Leticia, you doing the same shit. The reason why Tamara don't fuck with you, because you went to her ex-boyfriend to begin with. Here we are again. You get in her personal life over, and you lied and wrong. You get in her personal life and you lied and wrong. Baby, don't bring Shantae back. I don't know who brought her. Well, yes, I do. I know exactly why Shantae is there. Shantae is there because of Amanda from last season. I guess Leticia was like, well, if Latrice gonna bring her hitman, I'm gonna bring my hitman. That's exactly why she there. I would be upset if you invited me to talk and bring somebody with you. Right. And then the person that you bring a bunch of mess. That was, again, that was a wasted opportunity. If I was Tamara, whatever little slight back door might have been open for us to try to be cool and get to know each other, it just was slammed shut. I don't fuck with you. And I can coexist with you, and I will keep collecting this check as long as Carlos want to keep me on payroll. But I don't fuck with you. I don't fuck with you. Hey, little stupid ass. I don't with you. Like, that's how I would. Every time I saw Leticia, that's what would play in my head. I don't fuck you. Every time I saw her, it would just play in my head. Really be Scotty got Shantae together on Millie Chan's live. She was a guest. Oh, Lord. Scotty over there cutting up. Oh, Lord. Scotty. Oh, Lord. I need to talk to Scotty, too. I keep saying I need to talk to him. And when I do talk to him, I don't talk to him about what I need to talk to him about. We end up talking about other shit. Yeah, but Amanda had proof. I love that Tamara came with the thunder saying that Leticia is in an open marriage. Right. She was like, I mean, if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it. The word on the street is you knew what it was with Amanda and you was cool with it. And let's call a thing a thing. I believe that, too. That's my song too. I really wish I could play it like that. Like, that would be my theme music. Like I wish I could just walk into a room and just play it. Like, I wish I could walk into my classroom and just play it. Like, listen, understand this is where I am today. I wish I could just walk into, like a room and be like, I don't quit you. But it's not appropriate. So it just plays in my head. You put it. You know what? I should put that on my playlist. You know what I use for my when I work out? I use DMX Radio on Pandora. I need to create a playlist, a workout playlist. I don't have one. I just put on DMX Radio because when you do Pandora, it always starts with a song from that artist. So it always starts with a DMX song, and that just takes me there. Like, every time, I'm like, yes, I'm ready. But let me tell y'all the truth. I put together a playlist. It's fire. Is it on Apple Music? Can't you share it with me if it's on Apple Music? Because I'm trying to not trying. Nope, not trying. I'm getting back in the gym. I gotta get back in the gym. Got to. Ain't no trying. Take my fast back to the gym. Anyway, so with that being said, this is what I feel like. Oh, it's on Spotify. Do I need a Spotify account to get your playlist off of Spotify? Clearly I don't know nothing about this stuff. Because I just got Apple Music. I resisted Apple Music for a long time. I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. And then finally, when I went, I had to get some new AirPods before I went on the cruise. I had to get some new AirPods. And I went to the Apple store. And the guy convinced me to go ahead and get it. He was like, just put it in your phone. If you want to delete it, just cancel it. Just put it in your phone. You get it for 3 months for free. And I was like, all right. So I have it in my phone when I need to cancel it to give me an alert. And so I've been trying to use it and see if I wanted to keep it and play around with it. But I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of like it because I can get music without having to pay for it. But I guess I technically am paying for it because I pay monthly. But right, I need to exercise more. Yeah. And I went to Trader Joe's. Look, let me get on topic. I went to Trader Joe's yesterday. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get back on topic. And I told y'all I always feel better when I go to Trader Joe's because I feel like everything I buy at Trader Joe's is better than anything I'm buying at the grocery store. It's still not perfect, but I feel like it's better decisions. You know what I'm saying? So like, cage-free eggs. I got some granola because my biggest problem right now is I'm not snacking. I'm not snacking enough. And then when I am snacking, I'm making bad decisions because I'm picking up, like when I'm at school, if I get hungry and I didn't bring a snack with me, I'm going to the vending machine. So now I'm getting a bag of chips, right? So I bought some granola. I bought some sunflower seeds. I didn't buy the pistachios. I'm going to get those next time because nuts are expensive. Why would the pistachios and the sunflower seeds $7? I was like, I can't do $14 today. I'm going to do one and one. So next time I'll do the pistachios. I got granola. I got some protein bars. Of course, I got fruit. And I got some stuff to cook for dinner. So, and I've been doing a lot better cooking. I've been doing a lot better. Yeah, even though I'm not the best cook in the world, I eat my own food. So there's that. Like I cook good for me, Right, nuts are expensive. If it's okay with certain people in this group, I would suggest you download the Yuka app and scan the barcodes of food and cosmetics you purchase. What does that tell you? Oh, wait a minute. Everybody already know about the Yuka app but me. Damn it. I don't know nothing about it. What is the Yuka app? And we're going to get back on target. Yeah. Lord, y'all know y'all get me off task, honey. Lord, Tracy done sent me something. What did happen? Oh, child, I don't care nothing about that. Trader Joe's is one of your happy places. I love Yuka. Hold on, let me up. I'm about to download it right now. I don't even know what it is yet, but everybody know it but me. Y'all, what y'all hiding from me? Yuka. Okay, the Yuka app. Let me see. What does it do? Is that food and cosmetic scanner? That's what you're talking about? To tell you what's in these things? Oh, I see what you're saying. I see. Okay. Oh yeah. Let me download that right now. Okay, I'm downloading it. I didn't know nothing about the Yuka app. Boy, I love y'all. That's why I love the tribe. Boy, y'all just be telling me stuff. I be learning so much. Go scan something. Once it download, I'm gonna scan something I picked up yesterday. I'm gonna scan that granola. I'm gonna go scan that granola. Y'all remind me. Let me finish this live because I got Love and Marriage Huntsville right behind this. Individual pack of pistachios at Sam's is $15 a box. Oh, I don't have a Sam membership, but somebody at my job does. I'm gonna get her to get them for me, and I give her the money. That's a good idea. Damn. I'm glad I didn't buy the pistachios now. Okay. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. I ain't think about going to Costco and like looking for the nuts and stuff like that. So anyway, Leticia and Glenn, I mean, we're gonna skip over that scene with Mike and Selena because I don't care nothing about that. Because again, I don't care about that storyline. The Sam's membership's on sale right now. Oh shit, I might have to go. Sure, you could get. Okay, look, go. Let me know. Let me know the next time you go into the grocery store. I cash app you. Thank you. And then I swing, shorty swing my way. You got it too, Tawanda. Oh shucks, and my girls right there. Yeah, let me know the next time you going by the grocery store. I'll shoot you the money. That'll give me an excuse to come down there and see y'all. Go to Groupon and get you a Sam and get your Sam's. Damn, I don't know why I be forgetting about Groupon. I ain't done Groupon in so long. I remember when I went to Hawaii, and this was years ago. I mean, forever ago, I went to Hawaii. Maybe everything I did it through a Groupon. I did a sunset cruise. I did a massage, beachside massage. I did when we went to the we went to the, what's it called, like the Welcome Center, where they have the where you could do the luau and stuff. Baby, everything I did with a Groupon. I don't know why I stopped looking at using Groupon. I gotta get back on my Groupon. I don't know why I stopped using it. Hold on, let me update my Groupon app while we talking. Let me get back to this. Sure. Okay. Okay. All right, I gotta set this up. The Yukon is making me put in my email and stuff. I'll do it once I set it all up. I'm gonna set it up. But let me update my Groupon since we talking about stuff. Because I ain't used Groupon in so long. I know I'm gonna have to update it. Let me see here. Groupon. Yeah, I gotta update it. Child, it's been so long since I used it. Okay. Let me keep going. Yeah, I don't care about the mic. Okay. So we see Latrice and Cliff. And we finally, on episode 7, we finally get Latrice talking about something that's going on in real time. And she's talking about how the neighbors have been complaining and how she had to go down to a meeting at the church with the council member and really talk to the people because they were blaming her for stuff that wasn't really her fault. And remember, we found out that when we read the news article, I was like, well, this don't sound like, it sounds like Latrice has done everything to try and alleviate the noise and alleviate the problem. She's adjusted her hours of business. She's purchased additional property so people and made it a parking lot so people would have enough parking. So it sounded like she was doing everything she could be doing. It was a good story because it made it look like Latrice was being proactive and being responsive to what was going on in the neighborhood. So I don't understand why it wasn't a storyline like that. To me, that's something I would have made that would have been something I would have talked about a couple of times. I would have talked about getting I would have showed me talking to the council member and having a conversation with him. I would have talked about all the things I've done. Well, we bought this extra property. Like, baby, I would have made that a thing. Like, she tried to do it as a throwaway. Like, yeah, the neighbors are complaining. Like, it was a throwaway, baby. That would have been a storyline for me because I did the right thing. Because I'm being proactive. Because the neighbors are being a little ridiculous. You see what I'm saying? I would have made it it would have been a proactive thing for me. Right. It's something Marie could have brought up in a messy way for Latrice to talk about what she's done. Right. Right. That's something Leticia and Marie could have brought up. Them neighbors been down there complaining. And then she's talking about they changing their menu and Cliff don't know nothing about it. She talking about something. Cliff talking about something. Well, I take care of what I take care of. You take care of what you take care of. And she's talking about how challenging it is to be a business owner. Can I tell y'all something? Expect Taste not to be open much longer. I'm just going to go ahead and tell y'all. They can't keep management. Every time we look up, they got a new manager, a new bar manager, a new chef. They can't keep people in there, which is always a bad sign when you can't keep people employed. Restaurants already have a high turnover rate. Restaurants are hard because you could be hot one day You could be the happening place. You could be the place to go. And all it takes is for one person to post one thing and talk about another restaurant. And now everybody's at that place. All it takes is for people to shift. So right now, taste is the hot spot because you on the show. People want to be seen. People want to meet you. But it's going to wear down. It's going to wear down. So it's just expect taste not to be open much longer. And that's not a failure. Closing, like we were talking about with Carrie, closing the business isn't a failure. Especially if you closing it on the front end. You know what I mean? So then we get to this focus group situation. Oh, Latrice talked about her surgery. She scheduled it. And baby, why Latrice say that man left her at the hospital when she was having her surgery? Now he claimed all he did was go to get something to eat. She claimed he left her, period. I'm going to tend to believe her version of the story, that he left. Cliff seemed like the kind of person that went to the hospital, and the minute the doctor said everything went well, she's in recovery, I could see Cliff saying, oh, well, she good? All right, then. Especially if the hospital was going to keep her overnight and not like her not go home. I could absolutely see Cliff saying, she good? She's out of surgery? She's in recovery? Right. Now, he did come back. Now, do I think that he came back and it really wasn't that big of a deal? Yeah. But I could still see he left. You know what I'm saying? I can still see that he left. But he said he went to go get something to eat, child. Oh, not Miss Andrew. Did I say it right? Mrs. Andrew said, absolutely, he may have left for lunch, but baby, I don't believe he was eating food. Oh, you might not be wrong. You might not be wrong. He went to his house to get some food. No, I don't know about that. Oh, okay, it's a play on Miss Landry. Miss Andrew. Okay. Well, welcome. I don't know have I seen you in here before, girl? Hey, girl. If you knew, welcome. If I just don't remember because, I got brain fog, the menopause to be pausing. I'm sorry. No, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Baby, I went to a women's summit on Saturday, and it was really good. If you're in the DC area, I went over to Martha's table. It was such a good summit. I should have told y'all ahead of time, but I didn't find out till like the last minute. And they got to talking about menopause, baby. The more they talked about menopause and perimenopause, I was like, that's me. That's me. That's me. Even something called frozen shoulder, which I don't know if I told y'all, like probably a couple of months ago, this one particularly started hurting really bad. Like I felt like I had pulled a muscle or something. No, it was started before the summertime. It started like last spring. And when it first happened, I couldn't even lift my arm above my head. I couldn't get comfortable to sleep because I sleep on my stomach. So I couldn't get comfortable to sleep. My shoulder was hurting. I couldn't take my bras off the way I normally take my bras off. I normally just reach behind my back and baby, I couldn't take my bras off. I had to like take baby, my shoulder was a mess. Went to the doctor. All we could come up with is maybe my work bag is too heavy that I'm carrying my stuff in my job. I've been carrying a work bag for the whole 30 years I've been working. And I either carry a book bag or a shoulder bag. So I said, well, maybe I need to get a roller bag. So I got me a Hulkin. That I started using a Hulkin. Baby, they said frozen shoulder, and I Googled it while I was sitting there, baby. I Googled it. I said, shit, that's me. So now when I talk to I got a new doctor. When I have an appointment with her next week to go over my blood work and stuff, and she's going to see, she's testing my test. They said also, women, y'all need to get y'all doctors to check don't just assume you're in menopause. Get your doctor to check your testosterone, which she did. That's one of the blood. One of the labs she ordered was testosterone to check my levels. and not testosterone. Y'all know what I'm talking about. My hormones, not testosterone. My hormones. Yeah, she's black. But that was one of the conversations that she said, they said to do. And, but when I talk to her, I'm going to talk to her about that, because we talked about it a little bit, but I'm going to tell her, this is what I believe it is, and get her to refer me for physical therapy, because that was the other thing they said. They said, I didn't mean to say testosterone, y'all. I meant to say hormones, your estrogen and progesterone. Yeah. She said that to get her to recommend physical therapy. And the way when they said it just goes away, and it's a lot better than it was. It's still sore, but as you can see, I can lift my arm up and all that stuff, but it's still a little sore. But they were like, it just comes and then it goes, and there's no. Anyway, I'm off topic. But ladies, yeah, you said, now what's that book, Raven, you told me to get? You said Doctor Who. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Ravine said, oh no, that was Quake. I highly recommend getting Dr. Stacy Sims' book. She's a PhD that specializes in perimenopause and menopause. She changed my life. Okay. Child. Y'all, we got to finish this up because we got to get ready for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Hold on. Y'all done got me buying books. Y'all got me downloading apps, playlists. Hold on. Let me go on my Amazon app right now because y'all know I'll forget. Let me put it in my cart right now. Hold on. Dr. Stacy Sims. Oh, let's see here. Is this it right here? Next Level, your guide to kicking ass, feeling great and crushing goals through menopause and beyond. Is that the book you talking about, boo? Quake. If that's, I'm putting it in my box right now. You got it from your library? You have it on hold at the library? You know what? Let me go to the library. I ain't been to the library in a long time. Or I get library books on my phone through Overdrive. Maybe I can get this on my phone. But that's the name of the book. Okay, that's the name of the book. I'm gonna put it in my cart for now so I don't forget about it. But I have time. Shit, I can go to the library tomorrow. I have a orthodontist appointment at 4:00. Which, I'm gonna call them and see if I can make it earlier. When I made that appointment, I didn't realize this was gonna be spring break. Hell, I can come tomorrow morning if they have a slot. They probably don't. My orthodontist stay booked, child. But the library is not too far from, because the orthodontist, my gym, and the library is right there together. So I can do all of that tomorrow because I'm going to the gym tomorrow. I don't have an appointment with my trainer, but I'm gonna go get on the treadmill for a little while, and then I'm gonna go in the steam room for a little while. I hope I don't fuck up my hair. I'm gonna wrap it up though, and I'm gonna put a shower cap on and all that. But I want to get in the steam room for a little while. Anyway, shall we all off topic? But thank y'all. Ooh, thank y'all so much. Okay, let me get back to this. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna check with the library tomorrow, but I need to update my Overdrive. I haven't used that in a long time either. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. Okay. So this last scene is the focus group. So let me say this. Like I said, they had Lonnie Love come in. The lady sat there and watched it. I'm gonna be honest and say to you guys this. I feel like they all gave her some great advice. They said that, she they talked about the lighting, they talked about her makeup. They talked about her, that she seemed like, was a good guest and all that good stuff, but it was so familiar that it turned into more of a conversation and not so much an interview. And she wasn't listening to understand. She was listening to respond. And they said it was times when she sort of talked over her guests or, didn't allow the guests time to really talk. And I thought they gave her some really good feedback. Like, I don't feel like anybody was being mean or cruel. And I think it was some really good feedback. I still think she would have benefited from having a real focus group in the room with them, with questionnaires, like having them fill out an anonymous sheet, answering questions and giving suggestions. Like, there should have been a form that they filled out, and then her team could go and look over that information. But I thought I thought they gave some great feedback. Now, some libraries still use Overdrive. Mine uses Libby though. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Libby. I have both on my phone. I have Libby and Overdrive. I just haven't used either one in a long time. You sitting outside, y'all. What I found out about Sweet Pea, um, we went out to lunch Saturday. Where she works is where I used to work. Ain't that funny? I ain't gonna tell y'all where she worked, but it's so funny. When she said where she worked, I was like, I used to work there. Yep. It's funny. Small world, small world. Thank you, baby. It's my allergies, and I'm getting an allergy. I gotta in between these lives. I gotta go take one of my allergy pills. I meant to take it before I went live. I meant to take my pill before I went live because my allergies. I know it's my allergies. But anyway, then the ladies got to talking about this whole situation with Mike, and I told y'all I don't care about it. I think it's a Fugazi storyline. We really sat there and had a whole conversation about something that is literally on the internet, and she was like. Because they tried to make it a Marie thing, try to make it seem like Marie was being messy and talking to Cliff. Nobody was being messy. Everybody saw the same thing. Everybody saw the shit online, and they were talking about it. That's it. That's all. It don't go no deeper than that, Selena. It's not any deeper than that. Now, was Carrie messy for bringing it up? Yeah, she was messy for bringing it up, but that was clearly production. Because Carrie didn't even have her damn story straight. She didn't even know how to talk about it. Well, I mean, I heard, pillow talk. Well, the husband, like, she didn't even have the story straight. So it was clearly some shit production put her up to do. And I know y'all hate it when I say production, but I don't know any other way to say it. Okay, let me not say production. Carrie decided to be messy. Let me do that. Okay. Carrie decided to be messy. And, right, she was stuttering and stammering all through that damn story because she was making it up as she went along. It would just make it. She was making it up as she went along. So she was, the husbands. Well, the pillow talk. Well, Cliff. Well, it was your husband that did it. And why is Shantae there? Anyway, the pollen got your son in the chokehold, baby. This pollen is no joke. And that's how I know it's I could tell the difference, obviously, but I know it's my allergies because when I started getting a headache, I knew it was do y'all think production sent her? Who sent Shantae? Seems like Carrie was the same as Cynthia at that time of Real Housewives of Atlanta when pushed by production. Right. Shantae, bye. Bye, girl, bye. The only reason why you there is because Leticia decided she wanted to bring somebody on to just counteract the Amanda effect. That's all. That's it. That's all. Oh, I'm sorry. Why am I yelling? My coworker walked in my office and said, I'm sorry, Quake. But I didn't understand why that lady's on my screen. I'm sorry. I don't want to get nobody in trouble while y'all watching it. I don't want to get nobody in trouble. Hold on, y'all. I got to blow my nose. Hold on. I'm sorry, girl. But yeah, I'm gonna take me an allergy pill as soon as I get off of here because we almost done. And Love and Marriage Huntsville is scheduled for 2:45, so I got time to run real quick. Shantae thinks she's a Belle based on an interview I just saw of her. Is that on the Millie Chan? Does she think she a Belle? Girl, a mess. I'm gonna have to go check out Millie Chan's live. I'm gonna go check it out. I put my headset on when I listen at work. Yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. Get used to Shantae. She'll be up there as per her. Anyway, but that was pretty much the episode, you guys. Again, I'm gonna just rename this show Playing in My Face because I just feel like that's what Carlos is doing. He just playing in my face. He just playing in my face. It is what it is, honey. He playing in my face. With that being said, we literally, Shantae will annoy you so much. Really be TV when you watch. Oh, Lord. Okay, I'm going to watch it. I saw her doing an interview on a YouTuber's channel the other day. The girl, please stop. The fans don't want this. Oh, so she doing the rounds. Okay, got it. One of the things I put on my bingo board for this year is that I was going to do, I'm not going to tell you the number, but I set a specific number of interviews. I was going to reach out to people because I always have people I want to talk to, and then I just don't reach out. So I'm going to reach out to some people to try to do some interviews this year. I'm going to try. No, I'm not going to try. I'm going to do it. And I have reached out to people before who just didn't want to interview with me. I guess I wasn't a big enough YouTuber. Carlos has sort of sucked out the space. Not in a bad way. Like, I'm not mad at Carlos, but certain people, they'll, like, if they're big enough or they think they're going to be big enough, they're waiting. They're waiting to get that call from Carlos. Because there are a couple of people, I ain't going to say no names, but there are a couple of people who literally, like, blew me off, you know. And I was like, okay. And then I turned around and they were interviewing with Carlos. And I was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like, oh, okay. Raven, give me one. Yes, honey. Yes. Give me some interviews, girl. Why can't Carlos develop Black women business and filming? I don't understand, because it's not like it isn't a story there. I don't know. It's just, again, reality TV is a tricky slope, because we say we get tired of the mess, but that's what sells. I mean, look at Baddies. Look at, I don't know. Thank you, Cajun. Oh, well, screw them then. You're wonderful. I thank you. And I've had to learn to not be offended by it. It is what it is, It is what it is. I've had some good interviews, and there's some people I just haven't reached out to that I've wanted to interview and I haven't reached out to. So, baby, Carlos is rinse and repeat. It's the same formula on all of his shows. All of his shows. Anyway, let me get over here, y'all. We're going to go to Love and Marriage Huntsville. I do have the redirect on, but I know last night it didn't redirect everybody. So for some of y'all, it may redirect y'all. For others, I'm literally getting ready to get started. Yeah, Carlos is, yep, I agree, Xavier. He's the Tyler Perry of reality. Yep. But we're going to go right into Love and Marriage Huntsville. So let me I'm going to go take my allergy medicine, and then we're going to get started. All right. I'll see y'all in a few minutes. Peace.